Hello and welcome to Changing Lives. Now, the restaurant industry can be quite stressful, and our guest today knows about that all too well. Joining us on the show today is Manny Nichas, who started off his career back in 1996 as a franchisee as the owner of Black Steer. Over to you, Tanya.
Thank you so much. Welcome, Manny.
Thank you.
I remember the Black Steer all too well. We lived in Grayston, just behind it, and it got me my nickname, the mindless eating machine.
Yeah, you didn't stop eating when you were there.
It was so good. I'll never forget it.
It was.
So tell us about franchising in this time. I'm sure a lot of people have been retrenched and they're looking for new jobs, and maybe they're now fulfilling their dreams to be a restaurateur. What's been happening?
It's been a very difficult period, franchising in the hospitality in particular. Obviously, the hospitality industry has been hit hard with what the current events have been, but it's been an exciting period too. And I think for those that have got a positive outlook and those that are looking at making some serious changes that are necessary to be able to survive moving forward, I think that's where the opportunities lie. And franchising, you've got Big Daddy that helps. And if Big Daddy is strong, if Big Daddy is willing to assist, then obviously that makes things a lot easier. But there are complications that come with that as well.
So if someone was interested in starting a franchise in this world, what would they do?
Depending on the industry, I obviously know the hospitality restaurant industry well, and at this particular time, it's caution. Obviously, you've got to be very cautious in terms of what you're going to do, how you're going to do it, and where you're going to open. There's a lot of restrictions still at the moment, so with those restrictions, we obviously need to be careful with the type of model that you use. But if you've got a passion for the business and you've learned some of the mistakes that have been made in the past, and I think that's what COVID has also taught us, complacencies. A lot of people have been working with blinkers on, and those blinkers need to be taken away. And if you can take them away, you look at the realities and you look at the opportunities, that's what you'll grab. So you'll take a model and you'll use it and move forward with it.
Yeah. You know what I found quite interesting? During COVID, we all got very sick of my cooking. And the minute we could order in, we did. Do you think there's an opportunity for that level and line of business where it's no longer that real big sit down, but rather the order in? Or do you think that hasn't affected the industry much?
Look, the order in has grown. It's grown incredibly over this period. And people have also realized that it's almost an easy way of being able to get the restaurant food at home. But people are social animals, and we all love going out and getting spoiled. We all love going to places where we can sit down, have a couple of drinks and see people around us. And I think that's what a lot of people are missing at the moment. And it's a big craving, and I strongly believe that in the near future, we are going to see a big boom.
Oh, that's wonderful. I like that. I hope from your mouth to God's ears, yeah? So if we think about the restaurant industry and we think about service and customer service, and I know I lean very heavily into customer service because for me, sometimes that experience outweighs many things. Do you think that there's a very large lean to a better level of customer service now, or do you think people don't really mind?
The funny thing is, during this period, people have become a little bit more easygoing and they're accepting a lot of faults. In the past, if you didn't have a specific wine on your menu and a customer wanted it, there would be big trouble. And now all of a sudden they're saying, it's okay, what's your next bet? But they're all understanding at the moment of the current situation. I think that's really the thing is being comfortable.
Manny, you're an incredibly experienced restaurateur. What lessons has COVID taught us in this time?
Very valuable lessons. And I think I mentioned it earlier, but complacency was one of them. And people need to get out of the complacency zone. What they do need to do is they need to understand and realize that changes are always required. And it's probably one of the hardest things to understand, that change is needed. So over this period, people have realized that they've had to change quite a number of things to be able to survive. Never mind be profitable, but just to survive. And a lot of people have. Just being very comfortable with the fact that you've got 35 staff members in the kitchen is now a question. Do you actually require every single one of them? Are your efficiencies correct, etc.? And I think those are the key things that have come out of this whole COVID period.
Thank you so much, Manny. I really appreciate all your input.
Thank you.